South Texas tradition since 1964. This is KIII TV3's Domingo Live.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Y bienvenidos a la tradición del sur de Texas. Welcome to the tradition here in South Texas. Hello to you here in South Texas and to everyone watching us via live stream 3 News Plus. Check out the view.
Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Yes, that view is amazing.
Yes,
What a
the Harbor
day
Bridge
today.
and the new one going up, and of course the Texas State
Qué
Aquarium.
bonito día. Gracias a Dios.
Sí, como no, gracias a Dios. Tenemos un show. We've got a special show for you this morning because it's never happened before.
It has never happened before. You are correct.
Nunca.
Nunca.
For the first time, we're going to have a third guest host. He is so special, and we're just so honored to have him. Please, everyone, give a round of applause to Steve Treviño.
Steve Treviño!
Where is he? Where is he? He's getting there. He's getting through there. Hey, I got figured out. How are you?
Good to see you, Miss Barbi. How are you, young lady?
Great.
How's everybody doing today?
We are so happy that you're with us.
Well, it's a big deal for me. You know, growing up, Domingo show was a big part of my life, so I'm so happy to be here.
I've got good news and bad news.
Oh,
The good news is you're going to be here with us.
that's the good news.
The bad news is we're not paying you.
Well,
He's here as a...
You're here for free.
Yay! But you'll be able to see him coming up.
at the American Back Center.
Okay.
I'm kicking off Buc Days, so it's again, you know, all of this is so amazing to me because growing up, Domingo Live, of course, big part of my life, you know, and growing up, and that meant that we were eating barbacoa and eating corn tortillas and cleaning the house, right?
There you go.
And then, of course, Buc Days, you know, and that was a big part of my childhood. So to come home and do all of this is just absolutely amazing.
Did you ever think that this would happen?
No, never in a million years. I also thought that maybe I'd have my own chair, but that's okay. Barbi gets
We're working on it. We're working on it. Mira, ahorita pues, we'll just put a little. Mira, ahí
there
está.
it is, right there.
I said they're gonna, and he's gonna.
This is Scott Jones.
Scott Jones, everybody.
I'll hold this for you, Scott.
I will hold it for him. How about that?
You know,
I hold the sign.
It's no big deal.
It's a big
It's a
deal.
big
duct
deal.
tape is just Mexican.
There you go. It works right there, man.
Hey,
There it is.
There you go, your own chair.
Okay.
Awesome.
The good thing is we've got Steve here to, first of all, we want you to get to know him. It was a few years back that we did a story about Steve and him growing up in his hometown.
Yep.
We walked down the barrio, where he grew up, where he went to school, the memories that he had of growing up. Steve has since then taken on the role of course, being a very successful comedian, and now you've traveled the world.
We have traveled the world doing stand-up comedy, and again, you know, there's moments in my life where I look out there and I go, oh my gosh. I mean, just Friday I was in D.C. performing at the MGM National Harbor, and to look out in the audience and to see 2,500 seats completely sold out, so far from Gregory, Portland, Texas, it just, you know, I always say that if I don't feel overwhelmed and appreciative, then I should quit.
I'll tell you one of the things, not only because you're talented, but because you have a good heart and you're humble.
Well, thank you. I'm very
That's
good
why.
at being humble.
Well, we're going to get to know more
That's right.
about Steve. He's going to tell us all about where he's been, where he's going. We also have some musical performances that are going to be just amazing because we've got another gentleman that's going to be performing at Domingo Live, or not Domingo Live, also on Domingo Live, yes, but at that Buc Days. We're talking about Michael Salgado.
Yes, we have a special interview coming up with Michael Salgado and Vivo.
Yes.
Yes, we got both of the headliners for Buc Days with us this morning,
Yes,
and then we have a special performance with Alcorta's Compañía de Danza Folklorico to wrap it up in a bow. How about that?
We're getting there. We are slowly getting back to normal here on Domingo Live. So, Steve, thank you.
Primeramente.
Oh, it's a pleasure
As being
to
our
be here.
third host, we appreciate that.
Let's have some fun.
But how about some music? Let's
Let's
start
do
it
it.
off like we do with Domingo Live. This is a performance with Michael Salgado that goes back to 2005 from Fiesta Square way back when. Check it out.
Dile que me hace mucha falta, que sin ella no valgo nada, ya cerré la cantina y sangra más mi herida. Dile que sin su amor no existo, que para mí es un paraíso, ya probé mis tequilas y de ella no me olvido. Dile que si no vuelve gritaré siempre su nombre, me ha dejado un vacío en el alma, por las noches no encuentro la calma. Dile que si no vuelve será la causa de mi muerte, que si no vuelve a mi Dios yo le pido, a mi Dios yo le pido que le brinde suerte. Dile que me hace mucha falta, que sin ella no valgo nada, yo cerré la cantina y sangra más mi herida. Dile que si no vuelve gritaré siempre su nombre, me ha dejado un vacío en el alma y por las noches no encuentro la calma. Dile que si no vuelve será la causa de mi muerte, que si no vuelve a mi Dios yo le pido, a mi Dios yo le pido que le brinde suerte.
Going somewhere? Ride with us. Riding the bus is safe, simple, and now easier than ever. Introducing GoPass, CCRTA's new mobile app that lets you plan your route, find your stops, and purchase your bus pass, all from your mobile device. So download and go with CCRTA's GoPass mobile app.
Get ready to go. In 2020 alone, there were nearly 150,000 crashes involving large trucks and buses in the U.S. Accidents with 18-wheelers can be catastrophic for drivers. If you were injured in an 18-wheeler accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious trucking cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Ready? It's happening right now at Rooms to Go. Pick from 100 beautiful rooms, each under $1,500. Picture it, your style, your budget, and interest-free financing. Save on rooms like this for $30 or less per month, $25 or less per month, $20 or less per month, interest-free for 50 months. 100 stylish options, each under $1,500. Furnish your home to perfection, now at Rooms to Go.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get MD Hearing's revolutionary Neo hearing aids for just $299 a pair. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The Neo is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Neo hearing aids for just $299. Plus, we'll add in a portable charging dock and ship your order absolutely free. The Neo is nearly invisible with its tiny in-the-ear canal design. And you can get 2 Neo hearing aids with a 45-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free lifetime US-based support for only $299. So call now.
800-286-1784. Again, that's 800-286-1784.
Welcome back to the special edition of Domingo Live, where it's Barbie and myself, and of course our next host, Steve Treviño, is here throughout the hour and a half to talk about not only his upcoming show at Buc Days, but what he's done and what he's planning to do here in the next coming months. An exciting schedule for him because he's got so much to offer. But before we get to that, we need to talk about the weather.
That's right. How is it looking outside, Kristen?
Howdy there, Coastal Bend. We started off on the chilly side this morning in the 50s, some places in the upper 40s, but we're going to very quickly warm up into the middle and upper 70s by lunchtime, into the upper 80s by this afternoon. That's thanks to not only sunshine, but continuing dry air, though. Spoiler alert, the humidity is going to come back later this week. 87 for our high here in Corpus Christi, 80s across the board, though some places may try to hit that 90-degree mark the further inland that you go. Unfortunately, it's going to be warm, but thankfully it's going to be a dry heat, and it's not going to be as breezy as we were yesterday. Very sunny out at the beach, so make sure you've got sunscreen on. That UV index is on the extreme side. Tonight, temperature is getting a little bit warmer than we did this overnight. That's thanks to that increase in humidity, as well as a little bit of a breezier wind. We're still going to see mainly clear skies, but temperatures are going to respond to that humidity and be just a little bit warmer. I've got us sitting in the middle 60s here in Corpus Christi. So this morning, probably the last sweater weather we're going to see for the next several days, but maybe tomorrow morning if you get cold really easily. However, heading into the rest of this week, you're probably not going to want a sweater or anything. You're going to wake up and just put a t-shirt on immediately. That's thanks to all of this humidity. It's going to go way up to almost the steamy category by next weekend. Looking at our upper level pattern, this high pressure going to move over Texas. That keeps us with a really nice weather pattern, very quiet and sunny the next couple of days. However, looking out to this low pressure here, that's going to throw some tropical moisture into our mid levels and upper levels of the atmosphere. So not only are we going to get humid here at the surface, we're getting humid in the upper levels. So all of that humidity together means that we're going to be cloudy and little pieces of energy coming around here. That's going to contribute to some isolated rain chances. They're low, but they are there mainly towards the end of the week. Another beautiful day tomorrow, though breezy. Then temperatures go down as humidity goes up and clouds return by midweek.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
Hey, Barbie.
Your friends here, Albert Zamora y el
Proyecto Zamora.
Can't wait to see you guys at the Buc Days Domingo Live here in
Corpus Christi, Texas.
at the American Bank Center.
Sunday, May 7th.
It's gonna be rocking. We'll see you there.
Love it! Oh my
Domingo
gosh.
live at Buc Days.
I am
Yes.
so ready. Everybody's invited. Admission is free. Remember, doors open a las 10 de la mañana el día 7 de mayo over there at Buc Days.
But you can get there early if you want. Get there a little earlier. The earlier, the better.
have to tell them. You have to tell them. Get there early.
Get there early.
And we got to remind you that we're going to also have a special parking area for drop-offs. Like if you're Ubering or you're taking a taxi or you're in a group, you know,
Yes,
they'll
that's right.
drop you off. It's just a drop-off. It's going to be happening over at the Harbor Playhouse. We'll have more details coming up on that.
Also, 3 news personalities will be at hand, meet and greet. You can get autographs and meet them as well. Also, along with the Hooks mascot. And once again, free admission, absolutamente gratis si llegan antes de las 10:30, antes de que comience el programa.
That's right. Now, Buc Days kicks off this Thursday, and organizers expect there to be more than 4,100 spots available. Those are the spots that we're talking about. The president and CEO of the Buccaneer Commission says that the port is loading their military rail yard off of Tonkoa Street. They're kind of loaning it to us.
That's right.
So that we can use it, so that there'll be plenty of parking space. The Harbor Playhouse parking lot will be used as a rideshare spot and a place to drop off people from the shuttle, from their RTA shuttles, as well as their Lyfts and their Ubers, right?
And when it comes to time to leave a Buc Days, those using Uber and Lyft will be directed to that parking lot to be picked up from.
Very legacy.
That's right.
Very cool. So it's gonna be convenient for you to get to the Buc Days festivities area, including Domingo Live, including the parade, including all of the rodeo, of course, as well. So look it up. It's all on their website. We have a link to it on our website at KIIITV.com. And Steve, we have entertainment hoy por la mañana.
That's right. Special entertainment just because you're
Especial.
there. Especial.
I love it. I
All
love
right.
it.
All right, everybody. Alcorta's compañía de danza folclórica.
bañan y se componen y siempre descoloridas. Me gustan las abajeñas, por altas y presumidas. Se bañan y se componen y siempre descoloridas. Mariquita mi alma, yo te lo decía, que tarde o temprano mi vida habías de ser mía. Mariquita mi alma, yo te lo decía, que tarde o temprano mi vida habías de ser mía. Que saben la ley de Dios, que larguen a sus maridos por irse con otros dos. Me gustan las abajeñas, que saben la ley de Dios, que larguen a sus maridos por irse con otros dos. Déjala que vaya, ella volverá, si amores la lleva mi vida, se los traerá. Déjala que vaya, ella volverá, si amores la llevan mi vida, se los traerán.
If you've been hit by a car or truck, it's important that you call an attorney right away. The passage of time is not your friend. Evidence disappears, witnesses' memories fade, things change. For example, what color's my suit and tie? What color's my pocket square? How about my shirt? Don't wait. Call Herman & Herman Injury Attorneys. We always put you first.
Guitars and amps, drums and keyboards, sound systems, lighting equipment, DJ and recording gear, in-house repair service, layaway and financing, gift cards, open Sundays.
Academy Window Coverings now offers dual-purpose window screens. They're built to withstand debris from storm-forced winds. Their unique design has been tested for Category 5 hurricanes, even resisting a 2x4 shot at 30 miles per hour. They're also perfect for home security, protecting your home from intruders. These dual-purpose window screens are made of mesh strong enough to withstand against crowbar and knife force entry. Come by Academy Window Coverings and get your home protected today.
Familias. Las familias necesitan espacio.
De aquí al carapulpo es mi lado.
Las familias necesitan compartirlo todo. Las familias Perdón. Una familia de SUVs para lo que sea que necesite tu familia.
Ven a ver el gran equipo de Volkswagen de Corpus Christi. Paz y amor, mis amigos.
Sadly, 1 in 3 women in the U.S. will experience physical abuse from an intimate partner. Violence and sexual exploitation of children is also a significant problem. By providing shelter, healing, and prevention, the Purple Door creates an environment where people feel freedom from abuse. Thomas J. Henry is proud to team up with the Purple Door to help bring an end to domestic violence for good. Help us create a legacy of resilience and hope.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. We have a special performance by
Michael Salgado.
She said I was going to do it.
Oh, you? Oh,
Wrong
okay.
Trevino. You took it away from me.
See, that's the thing.
My
We have
God.
2 Treviños on the set, and we like, okay.
Yes.
Okay, the first Trevino will do it.
How
second
about
Trevino will do
together?
it too.
1, 2, 3.
Michael Salgado.
There you go. See?
sin ti no he de vivir. Tu recuerdo me sigue donde quiera que yo estoy, pero sé que estoy tan lejos de alcanzar tu corazón. Hasta el fin, mi amor, te amaré aunque no estés. Hasta el fin, mi amor, nunca te olvidaré. Aunque sí, mi amor, es tan alto y no puedo alcanzar tu amor, pero te prometo nunca olvidarme de ti. No he podido olvidarte y siempre pienso en ti. Día y noche te recuerdo, yo sin ti no he de vivir. Tu recuerdo me sigue donde quiera que yo estoy, pero sé que estoy tan lejos de alcanzar tu corazón. Hasta el fin, mi amor, te amaré aunque no estés. Hasta el fin, mi amor, nunca te olvidaré. Aunque sí, mi amor, es tan alto y no puedo alcanzar tu amor, pero te prometo nunca olvidarme de ti.
Man, that goes back to 2005. We were at Fiesta Square. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Steve,
Downtown.
you came down to Fiesta Square way back when, right?
Oh, of course, back in the day. Yep, we'd love to go out there.
You know, Michael Salgado putting on a performance there, and of course he was and continues to do well, not only here in South Texas, but he travels every weekend, just as you do. You're always gone.
Yep.
But he made some time for us today.
He sure did. We thank you, Michael, for being with us this morning on Domingo Live. We're getting ready for Buc Days now. For Buc Days here in South Texas, it's like Fiesta in San Antonio.
Exactly.
So it's a huge deal.
Yes, it is.
We're looking forward to it.
Yes, it is. And we have him live via Zoom. Michael, buenos días. Bienvenido a Domingo Live.
Gracias.
Y tenemos,
Buenos días. Thank you guys for having me.
Buenos días. Y tenemos al tercer host, Steve Treviño, que va a estar con ustedes esa misma semana for Buc Days.
Oh, saludos, Steve.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I have one question for you. Do you hate hearing your voice like I hate hearing my voice?
I can hear you.
Say, repeat it.
I said, you know, when I hear my voice, I hate hearing my own voice. You have such a great voice, but does it bother you hearing yourself?
Yeah, it does.
Did you hear me?
I have to say.
He got you.
Well, that's a good thing.
It does.
So platíquenos un poco de qué has hecho. Tienes, you have the #3 song on the national charts today. You're doing great on the charts. Y acabas de grabar, tienes un single, ¿verdad? Que grabaste con mariachi. Platícanos de eso. Un homenaje.
Yeah, se llama la canción Cruz y Olvido, and it's one of the. It's probably I've done about 4 now. Gonna probably do about 6 of them, but that's one of the singles that I'm promoting on my my new CD that's available on all the platforms right now. Michael Salgado 2023. What's that?
Es algo que se trata de un homenaje, ¿verdad? Celebrando la vida de un otro cantante, un gran cantante mexicano.
Claro que sí, ¿no? Don Chente, que ya no está con nosotros, que en paz descanse. Pues estas canciones al estilo mariachi que grabé son a honor a grandes como Don Vicente, ¿no? Antonio Aguilar también, otro grande. Y la verdad, pues recordándolos, ¿no? En honor a estos grandes mariachis, grandes artistas, personas que pues han dejado la huella para siempre, ¿no? Y pues al estilo mío les entregué estas canciones, ¿no? Que es Cruz de Olvido, también grabé Acá Entre Nos, Botas de Charro, Aquellos Ojitos Verdes. Entonces, pues espero que le encante a toda la gente por ahí, ¿no? Las grabaciones al estilo mío, ¿no? Porque, pues, ya ves que las voces de Don Vicente y pues Antonio Aguilar, pues, son igualables. Esos temas, esas voces, pues, van a quedar para siempre, ¿no? Entonces, pues, yo, pues, decidí hacer este tributo a honor de estos grandes artistas, ¿no?
Michael, I know that people are looking forward to your show at Buc Days. What can attendees expect? What type of show do you have planned?
Well, we've got a great show for everybody for Buc Days. We're really looking forward to being out there for the rodeo. And so I might even be doing, of course, these latest mariachi songs that I've recorded. And hopefully, I mean, you might even see a real mariachi out there. So we'll see, you know, we're trying to plan a great show for everybody. So for everybody coming around from wherever you're coming, you know, please join us. Buc Days coming up on the 11th of May, Corpus Christi at the rodeo. So, you know, we're ready to put a great show out there for everybody.
Are you going to be performing some of your country songs as well?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some country out there as well, probably a couple of songs. Honky Tonks, Cantinas, of course, one of the crowd favorites. And so, you know, we're going to mix it up a little bit, of course. El Éxito, Cruz de Madera, Palomita Blanca, Cinea, muchas más, ¿no?
So what advice do you have for me? It's my first time playing the rodeo. I've never performed the rodeo. I have no idea how the stage is going to be. What is your advice to me for performing a rodeo?
Well, I think that, you know, I've watched some of your shows and, you know, follow you on Instagram. And so, you know, you do a great job. I don't think you need any advice from me. You're going to kill the crowd out there. And, you know, as long as you're making them laugh, I don't think you got a problem, man.
Well, be okay, my friend. Thank you. And I can't wait to meet you in person, Michael. Huge fan over here as well.
Thank you, thank you. Looking forward to it.
Okay, bien, pues, you know, this is an event that's going to be calling not only the Coastal Bend to come in and support our local artists who've done so well al nivel mundial.
That's right.
Because Michael, todo mundo lo conoce. Steve, todo mundo te conoce ahora. Tell us about the specials that you guys, that first of all, you are just amazing. You've been all over the place. Showtime, Netflix.
Well, yeah, I have to say, you know, my whole career started here, and this town has supported me and helped me become the sensation, if you will, that I am, because the continued support, and I could not have paid my bills in the struggling years without Corpus Christi. So, and you know, Barbi and yourself always supporting, always being out there for me. We filmed Relatable right here at the Bank Center, and you know, people don't realize it. Me and my wife produced that ourselves, and at the end of that performance, we had $0 left, and we just hoped that it would work, and it did. So thank you for the continued support, South Texas and the Coastal Bend, because I could not have done it without it.
It's called faith. You had faith in what you do, and I think that both you and Michael have that, and that's what keeps you going. And of course, the fans that are loyal to both of you, you know, follow you and support you no matter what, especially during hard times like the pandemic.
Oh,
they were there.
Gosh. People don't realize what us artists had to go through, you know,
right.
They didn't realize that, you know, we made our living on the road in front of human beings, and when they took that away, you know, not only the mental struggle that we had, but the financial struggles too, you know, and Corpus has always been supportive.
All right, so don't forget Buc Days. Michael, thank you once again for being with us this morning. We appreciate you. We're going to see you there. All of Channel 3, by the way, all of the anchors want to be there, so I don't know who's going to be doing the news that evening, but we'll find someone to fill in because everybody wants to go. Of course, Steve, that Wednesday, el día 10 de mayo, el día 11 de mayo, Michael Salgado, el día 12 de mayo. We've got Carly Pierce. Y el día 13 de mayo, we'll close everything up with Tracy Lawrence. So if you have not gotten your tickets, get your tickets. Get your tickets.
You can go to our website, KIITV.com. From there, you can click, and we'll have a link for you to go directly to Buc Days, and you can get your tickets there. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fun week, Steve.
Great week, and I encourage you to root for somebody that me and my company also manage. Josh Frost will be riding that weekend. He's the cowboy to root for. Root for Josh Frost.
Very good.
All right.
We'll be doing that.
And we have some more music before we go to break.
We do.
Yes,
Tenemos
sir.
a Michael
Más
Salgado.
música con Michael Salgado.
Que
Right
se
here on
oiga.
Domingo Live.
No he podido olvidarte y siempre pienso en ti. Día y noche te recuerdo, yo sin ti no he de vivir. Tu recuerdo me sigue donde quiera que yo estoy, pero sé que estoy tan lejos de alcanzar tu corazón. Hasta el fin, mi amor, te amaré aunque no estés. Hasta el fin, mi amor, nunca te olvidaré. Aunque sí, mi amor, es tan alto y no puedo alcanzar tu amor, pero te prometo nunca olvidarme de ti.
Hi, Corpus Christi viewers. I'm Jeff Davis. Our courthouse isn't just a beautiful historic building. It's a place where wrongs are made right, where your rights are protected. With over 25 years' experience, the expert legal team at Davis Law Firm fights for Texans every day. We recently won a jury verdict in excess of $9.6 million for leg injuries caused to 2 cyclists by the driver of an 18-wheeler. So if you've been in a car truck wreck, call me at 444. Oh, come on, I have to do this again? Everyone knows this number by now. There's only one number to remember. 4.
Get ready to go. Going somewhere? Ride with us. Riding the bus is safe, simple, and now easier than ever. Introducing GoPass, CCRTA's new mobile app that lets you plan your route, find your stops, and purchase your bus pass, all from your mobile device. So download and go with CCRTA's GoPass mobile app.
Get ready to go. There's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. And checking your credit score or bank statements may not be enough to alert you. That's because identity threats appear in more places than you realize. Identity thieves can use your information to open loans, transfer home titles, even commit crimes.
Someone stole my information and tried to buy a car in my name.
LifeLock monitors for threats to your identity, including ones you may miss, and alerts you if there's an issue. And if you're a victim, your dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it.
If something happens, you have somebody fighting for you.
All plans backed by LifeLock's $1 million protection package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I know LifeLock has me covered.
LifeLock, identity theft protection starts here. Call the number on your screen or visit lifelock.com/25now and use promo code 25now to save 25% on your first year of identity theft protection. Enroll now.
When deciding on a personal injury attorney, compare our results to everyone else's. Thomas J. Henry, celebrating 30 years of client service.
You're watching Domingo Live.
I got you over there. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Doing comedian and I want to be out here doing
Man.
That was so dumb for the camera. I don't know if you see how dumb
I
that
want
is.
you to realize how dumb you are. You got me in there doing comedian now. This stuff that pays
I didn't
the
say
bill.
that. You said that. And all I'm going to say is...
It's on camera.
Oh, you hit me in the face.
You deserved it.
It's a clip right there.
That's
the
just
Treviños,
life,
An
everyone.
American Dream. That's the title of it.
That's married life there. That's at its best.
Our house is so crazy all the time, and we have so much fun, and there's always, every morning 2 employees show up, and then with the kids in the morning, and us living our lives, we decided, you know what, we have to get a camera just to get our day-to-day, everyday life, and we called it the Treviños, An American Dream, and we are starting to put that series out on YouTube and self-producing, but just giving everybody a peek into my life that turns into stand-up. Because my stand-up is my life, and I want people to see that I'm not making it up. I live it every single day, and that's why we started putting it out there. Yes.
That's your material live. That's where you get it.
I tell people all the time, if my wife is nice to me for a long time, I'm like, baby, we can't make money like this.
Say something.
Así no, mija. Así no.
You have some featured specials that are available on Amazon, Netflix, Showtime. Give us a rundown of where we can find
Oh my gosh, it has been crazy what social media has done for me and my brand and our family. I mean, we filmed that special Relatable here, and we broke it up into little clips, and it ended up going completely viral. And now TikTok, right? Now people dub my jokes with their act outs, and so anywhere, you put Steve Treviño in, and you're gonna find me. I mean, we put a special on YouTube this year instead of going to the networks, doing it all ourselves. But it has been a journey and a pleasure to learn that I don't need to go to the networks to get the material out to the fans. So we do it, we film it, we put it out directly to the fans. And thank you for sharing and continuing to support.
Let's continue to talk about that journey. I want you to share with our viewers in South Texas that don't know how you got started.
Oh my gosh.
The challenges, the struggles.
Oh, there's
all of that.
I'm a 15-year overnight success, right?
You
work hard, but being a little boy from Gregory, Portland, Texas, and just doing stand-up as a kid at the talent shows and wanting to do stand-up, but not knowing where to begin or what to do. Not to mention, there was nobody on TV that looked like me. There was nobody on TV. So, moving to Dallas, found a comedy club, started working there, and just going through the ranks and trying to figure out how to do it, and missing home. I had to move to Los Angeles, California, hated every minute of it, and missing home. So once you find your identity and who you want to be on stage, and I think my wife helped me find that.
And you've been with your wife forever.
How you say it like that?
Well, I mean, no,
Don't say that.
That's
how it feels.
Wasn't she your high school sweetheart, or she?
Well,
was
not high school sweetheart,
from
but she is also from Gregory, Portland, and valedictorian of the high school, and best actor in the state, and she found herself at NYU and has a degree from NYU, and I think that there was something special about us being from the same place and understanding each other. So once we got together, we are a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. Right. As a matter of fact, you guys have produced something that was produced out in Waco, Texas, entitled "I Speak Wife."
That's the.
Tell me about that.
That is the last installment. I always tell people that when you are married as a husband, you have to speak wife. And wife is a language that only married men understand, right?
For you to survive,
yes. And I learned it very early when this young kid one time, he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I want to go to the casino with you after the show," and I said, "Why don't you ask your wife?" And he goes, "Nah, man, my wife is cool." And I go, "Oh, you just got married." Because you still think she's cool. And then she looks at him and she goes, "You can do whatever you want." And then this dummy goes, "I told you she was cool." I go, no, I speak wife.
That's right.
I know you heard do whatever you want, but by all means, do not do whatever you want.
That's right.
So, we had the idea, and me talking about my wife and my family, and now we're talking about raising kids, and we're all the things that happen at home. It all leads to the same inspiration in the same world, and people to find out that my fans are almost 70% female, and it makes me realize that I imitate my wife. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
Absolutely.
Right, and these women see it and go, "See, honey, you're normal." Right? Steve puts up with it. Yeah. Why don't you? Right.
That right there's a gold star.
So it's been great, and I've had opportunities to a lot of people don't know because I'm a ghostwriter, but the movie The Mule for Clint Eastwood, had the opportunity to work with Clint, meet Clint, and just to be this little boy from Gregory, Portland, Texas, going, "Oh my gosh, like I'm standing here with Clint Eastwood right now."
What was he like?
He is amazing, and very straightforward and very, very respectful. And, you know, we had a lot of fun on set. And if you notice on the movie, the Mexican agent, his last name is Treviño.
Yes.
So I made
noticed
Agent
that.
Treviño just so I can sneak my little name in there. So, but I can't wait to perform in front of Corpus Christi. I mean, I might cry. I'm not kidding you. I'm very emotional about it.
I think we're expecting that.
Go
And
ahead.
you know, for all of those watching, because I know that I've even ran into Javi Luna.
Oh, sure. Love Javi.
So I was actually at an event, and he was a comedian, and we started talking, and he brought you up, and I said, that's a good friend of mine. He said, you know what? He's helped me so much. And that's one of the things about Steve, that he has helped a lot of comedians on their way up. You know, you've opened the doors for them. And
Well, but I also like to hope to inspire, you know, and I hope that the reason we have a comedy scene here in Corpus Christi is because we have inspired, you know, and there's places like Mesquite Street Comedy Club that we need to support, you know, and when the Selena Auditorium brings in comedians, and Brewster Street and all these people that support live entertainment, we have to support it here in Corpus. And real quick, I know we got to go, but to my madrina Angie, happy birthday, I love you, 80 years old today.
Happy
Madrina,
birthday,
I
Madrina
love you.
Angie.
And her husband, mi padrino Luis.
And your
also,
husband,
happy
Luis.
birthday. I love you so much, madrina, living over there in Greenwood. Stay safe.
Absolutely. We got a couple
Happy
of more
birthday.
a couple of more things that we definitely want to talk about with Steve that he's working on. These are projects that are extremely important to him, and of course could impact everyone here in South Texas and throughout the world. We're going to talk more about that coming up next here on Domingo Live with our special edition of Domingo Live.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text TB to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Lunch. You want it to be good no matter what. With crisp signature salads, chicken, burgers, wings, fire roasted steaks, fresh seafood, appetizers, and dessert. Nico's Steakhouse for lunch. There's nothing better than steak.
The story of a kinesiotherapist who rehabbed his golf game.
I love golf. I have always played golf.
Until he started having some mulligan-level foot pain.
Well, the golf game starts down at the feet, and if you don't have good support, you probably won't have a good golf swing.
So he got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
It made a world of difference.
Any advice for your fellow Lynxmen?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Swing by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Familias. Las familias necesitan espacio.
De aquí al carapulpo es mi lado.
Las familias necesitan compartirlo todo. Las familias Perdón. Una familia de SUVs para lo que sea que necesite tu familia.
Ven a ver el gran equipo de Volkswagen de Corpus Christi. Paz y amor, mis amigos.
Sadly, 1 in 3 women in the U.S. will experience physical abuse from an intimate partner. Violence and sexual exploitation of children is also a significant problem. By providing shelter, healing, and prevention, the Purple Door creates an environment where people feel freedom from abuse. Thomas J. Henry is proud to team up with the Purple Door to help bring an end to domestic violence for good. Help us create a legacy of resilience and hope.
Is your Generac home standby generator ready for a power emergency? Are you overdue for annual maintenance? Schedule a multi-point inspection today with Generator Supercenter. Factory certified technicians are standing by to ensure your Generac generator is ready when you need it most. Call today.
Welcome back. I want to say hello to all of our friends who are watching us not only here in the Coastal Bend, but throughout the USA, across the USA, watching Domingo Live via live stream.
That's right. We're streaming live, so all you have to do is log on to KHLTV.com, and then you can watch Domingo Live wherever you're at.
That's right. We have our next guest here, Sammy Alcorta, who has been part of Domingo Live.
Of course. You can't expect anything less from Sammy.
25 years, you say?
That's our company's 25th year. So
wow.
Since we started.
Yeah.
25 years in South Texas. They are a staple here in South Texas.
Sí, ¿cómo no?
Compañía de danza folclórica.
Give us a little history.
So our company, we started out of a after-school Folklorico program out of Miller High School. My mother, Cynthia Alcorta, decided to start a program there. Usually, what the main purpose was to serve as a dropout prevention program for kids. So to invest them in arts and culture to help them maintain their grades and maintain eligibility and things like that. And so once these kids started graduating and leaving, there really wasn't anywhere for them to continue dancing, or if they wanted to keep studying, there was nowhere in town for them to go. So she decided to retire and take her teacher retirement, open a dance studio in 1997, and here we are today.
Sure, the rest is it. She got you started at what age?
When I came out the womb, just kicking.
I can totally see that, Sammy. You gave me a visual. Yes, I can see that. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. And now it's you and your sister Sasha that has taken over the company and continuing to teach these young kids about their culture, which is so important, about the arts. Tell us about that. Tell us about the importance of that here in our community.
Well, for us, we put a special emphasis because a lot of our students that we're working with are 4th, 5th, 6th generation Latinos, Mexican Americans. And I'm a Spanish teacher myself now in high school, following the steps of my mother. My sister is also a teacher too, so we teach in the classroom and in our dance studio.
Sure.
And so we work with these kids who don't have that cultural identity that they can get, even though we're right by the border where we live, South Texas, 2 hours away from Mexico. But they lose that sense of self just going through regular American life. And they're able to bring that together with Folklorico, with mariachi, different music and dance that focuses in Latino culture. They're able to bridge that.
There is a point when you become assimilated, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but we should also not forget our culture, and that's what you guys do by teaching these young ladies and young men.
Yeah, and through dance, they learn about different cultures, different ethnic groups, different music. They learn about different costuming, or we wouldn't call it costume, we would call it daily wear, how those people dress, how they act, and we portray that onto stage. When our dancers work on a piece, it should be as if our audience is in, for example, if we did a vaqueria from Mérida, Yucatan, I should feel as an audience member like I am in Yucatan sitting there. I am at the Carnaval de Guamuchli in Sinaloa. I am at the Charreada in Jalisco. Sure. That's what we want to transmit to our audience, because it's not just dance, it's expression too.
And I feel that you do transmit that because it is a multi-award winning Folklorico group. And as an audience member and as a mommy, you know, when I see these kids on stage and these young men and young ladies, I don't see them looking on the side of the stage to their instructor to see what goes on next, like you see on a lot of the places. They are focused, they know what they're doing, they're focused on, they know their dance, and they're just looking at the audience like professionals at age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's good. Dance is discipline, and it's one of those things that we need to instill in all our kids, especially with our younger ones. They're capable, they're able to do things. We don't want to minimize them because they're young. They can do just as much and learn just as much as an adult can, and that's what we expect them to do.
Tell us about this next performance.
So the next performance we're going to see is a carnaval piece out of the Carnaval de Guamuchli. So take it away.
No, before we do that,
don't
we're
take it
giving you,
away.
not yet, we're giving you a little taste here on Domingo Live because we're getting ready for Inolvidable, a huge show where you can actually go and see all of their dances.
Inolvidable is our 25th anniversary production, May 13th. It's a Saturday, 7:30 p.m. at the Richardson Performance Hall at Del Mar College. All of our 80 dancers and all live music. We have Mariachi Celestial that will be playing from Kingsville, our Jalisco section. And then we have from Jalapa, Veracruz, Ensamble Folklorico de Veracruz, comes all the way to play our Huasteca music styles, our Jarocho styles, our Arpa Grande, everything that we do, because we introduce an array of different folk stylings of dance and music, and they're a really good accompaniment that we have.
Quite the undertaking, happening again when and where?
On Saturday, May 13th, Del Mar Richardson Performance Hall, 7:30. Tickets are on sale now. Check it out.
Excellent. Very good. Right now, once again, here on Domingo Live, welcome, of course, Alcorta's Folklorico.
Are you ready for some family fun at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas? Visit IHOP today for your craveable favorites and save up to $40 off admission. IHOP is the perfect destination to fuel up or wind down after a day of family fun. Visit IHOP today and save.
Guitars and amps. Drums and keyboards. Sound systems. Lighting equipment. DJ and recording gear. In-house repair service. Layaway and financing. Gift cards. Open Sundays.
300 attorneys. 5,000 client reviews. 30 years of service. Record-breaking results. How did we get here? By treating every case like it's our only case. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Seniors are overpaying for life insurance, sometimes more than twice the monthly rate of what they could be paying. If you've bought a guaranteed acceptance plan, please pay close attention. A 60-year-old male pays almost $90 a month for less than $11,000 in coverage with a guaranteed acceptance plan. But Senior Life Insurance Company qualified him for $11,000 in whole life protection for less than $48 a month. That cut his monthly life insurance rate in half and saved him over $500 a year. A 75-year-old female could save over $50 a month for more coverage by switching to Senior Life. That's a savings of over $600 a year. Call Senior Life now to compare your current policy and see how we could save you hundreds of dollars a year on your life insurance. We might even be able to help you get money back on your current overpriced policy. Stop overpaying for your life insurance. Call Senior Life Insurance Company now for your free quote.
When you're smiling.
With 20 made-to-order griddle combos, there's a perfect plate for everyone. Great value for all your favorites, only from IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every order.
Stay in the know, South Texas, through our community bulletin board.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. You know, we want to invite everyone in South Texas, and even if you're not in South Texas, say you're in Chicago or say you're in New Mexico and you happen to be planning a trip to Corpus Christi next weekend, we want to have you here. We're going to be, first of all, in the parade on Saturday.
That's right, May
all
the
the
6th.
team. All the
May
team.
the 6th.
I thought I was the third host. You just
There you go.
Well, you're
And-
welcome to actually be on
There
the
you go.
float if you are here.
When?
On the Buc Days
Next
float.
Saturday. Next
I won't
Saturday.
be here.
No,
I'll
this
be
is
in
a busy
Florida,
guy.
Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville.
Well, that's a good excuse.
That's good. That's a good
All right.
excuse, yes,
We'll
it
let you.
is.
We'll let it go.
But next Saturday, we have the parade, and then on Sunday, that's the big day for us here at Domingo Live.
Yes, we're going to be over at Buc Days, Domingo Live Alive. You are welcome. It's free. Of course, el programa comienza a las 10:30, así es que tienen que llegar tempranito a las 10 para que no tengan que pagar. Para que no paguen.
Para que está
Es free. Domingo Live Special. Domingo Live
Exactly.
Special.
And if you remember the best of the best shows that we used to put on, it's going to be like this, only a lot better.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot like the best of the best, but a lot better with more entertainment. Of course, we're going to have, who do we have?
Albert Zamora.
Zamora,
That's right. We're
man.
going to have Albert Zamora. And don't forget, for Buc Days, we're going to kick it off el día 10 de mayo with Steve Treviño, our third co-host today. El día 11 de mayo con Michael Salgado. El día 11 de mayo con Michael Salgado. El día 12 de mayo con Carly Pierce. Y el día 13 de mayo con Tracy Lawrence.
Buy your tickets, folks. Get out there, buy your tickets that support our artists, especialmente los locales, like Steve, like, of course, Michael. We need to show that we've got friends out there that are going to support these events that come to our community, because it does take a lot, doesn't it, Steve?
Oh my God! Well, and then you know, I get frustrated when I hear nobody ever comes here. Well, you buy tickets and they will come.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Real simple.
So
and Buc Days is a
share with
tradition.
us some of your memories from Buc Days, your favorite memories from Buc Days.
I remember my family staking out our little area for the parade, you know, and we'd be there all day. The men first. The men would get there, and we'd set up our little, our little section, and we'd always. I mean, the anticipation on Ocean Drive, you know. We'd always bring a football so that we could kill time and play football in the deal, and then there with Joe Gaithan. I remember Joe Gaithan.
He's probably watching. Hi, Joe. He's probably watching.
And now it's Barbi. But you know, then the vendors would come by and got your glow sticks and the horn, and you know, and then going to the parade and the carnival and of course the rodeo, and it just brings back so many great memories. I mean, I date back to the Memorial Coliseum.
Oh my goodness!
Back in the day.
Yes.
And now you are a huge part of it. Isn't that amazing?
It is really, you know, all the things I've done in my career, coming home and doing this show and being able to film a special here, these are the special moments for me. To perform in front of my friends and my family and my community that I grew up with. Gregory Portland, big shout out to them, of course.
Indeed.
You know, and I mean, it's just special. And you know, you got somebody like my mother, Angie, for example, who's 80 years old. She can't come out to see me other places. So to be able to perform here in front of the friends and family is just special.
And to know that you are home.
Yes,
it is
always
entertaining.
It
the
is
hometown
home.
crowd.
Everything is inspired from this place. You know, even the shirt brand that I have that I'm wearing right now.
Exactly. Yes.
So we have Tex-Mex Guayaberas. You know, most Guayaberas, they don't have the Western yoke, but we added that. They don't have the Western pockets. We added that, and we just figured, you know, there are no South Texas Mexican American brands. So we decided to make one, and we were called RaoWestern.com. And surprisingly, I mean, not surprisingly, but I do get surprised. I mean, we're doing extremely well. You can buy them online. You know, we live in New Braunfels, so it'll ship to you very quick.
Yes.
But it is South Texas inspired, right? We wear fishing shirts, and we want to be cool because it's hot out here. So this is all of that nice, stretchy, dry fit material, and we added the pearl snaps.
And
for
wife
the
approved.
Western. Y también wife approved.
Tiene que ser.
¿Qué más
Tiene que
quieres?
ser wife approved.
I always say it's comfortable for him, but she still likes it.
There you go.
That's very
Very, very
important
cool.
because you might not be comfortable. It doesn't matter if she doesn't like you. You can't wear it.
That's right.